Hello, kingdom people. Hello, 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 hello. So, kingdom people, for those coming in, I was not prepared for this. Just want you to know. This was not in my plans. I was minding my business, pulling off from getting my coffee. And it's so interesting because they didn't have regular cream. They had the heavy whipping cream. So I had to stir it. It was messy. I had to stir it up. Anyway, so I'm pulling off, and God literally told me to park and go laugh. And I'm just like, but what he was speaking, I'm like, about what he was speaking to me about. And it's just really, really, really been on my spirit. And I've been having a lot of different experiences. And God keeps saying to me, it's the God in you. And what do I mean by that? Okay, let me give a little backstory. Kingdom people, regardless of how much craziness we experience, this is what God is saying. And for those of you here, and I just got to go ahead and go right in because like I said, this was kind of unexpected, but I have to drop what God has given me. He's saying that people respect you. They have to respect you. So you may have been having some experiences where people handle you with care, handle you a certain way. This is what I think of. You know how we often see how people treat celebrities? When they know someone is a celebrity or they know someone is famous and they give them the best of care. For those that do that, they give them the best of care. They kind of like, just cater to them, so to speak. Well, God been giving me, because I just had an experience at Starbucks, and I have been having these similar kind of experiences. And what God had been showing me is that's respect. People respect you. They don't even have to know you, but they know you somebody. They know you somebody. And God is saying it's the God in you. And this is the thing. It's so funny, kingdom people, because sometimes people think you're a celebrity. They think you're somebody significant. They just might not know who you are, but they treat you a certain kind of way because to them, you're somebody, and you are. But again, sometimes they not sure of just who you are. Like I said, we don't know everybody. No one knows everybody. No one knows everyone that's famous. No one knows all the celebrities. And so sometimes what happens is you come across people and you just know that there's somebody significant. There's somebody special. And they respect you. It's just and it's the thing, and I keep hearing it's the God in you. Mary had a song. It's the God in me. It's the God in me. They think I'm so. Anyway, I ain't going to do all that. But, kingdom people, it's the God in you. And what God was just giving me when I was literally pulling out of this Starbucks. Yes, I do drink Starbucks. Not as much as I used to. Anyhow, what I'm saying, y'all. Oh, God literally said to me as I was pulling off, because the way the lady was handling me, God said that she has to respect you. And that's what God is giving me. He's saying, and then he told me literally, pull off, and I'm minding my business, ready to go back home and finish cooking and doing well, actually, I finished cooking already. Doing what I do. I'm doing a little writing today, doing a little painting today, just some little chill stuff, maybe watch some TV or whatever. I'm just chilling, right? On my way home back to chilling. And God said, pull over. Like I said, I'm not prepared for this kind of people. But God is saying they have to respect you. He literally gave me, they have to respect you, kingdom people. People have to respect you. So you're experiencing things, or you will be experiencing things, and people are being extra, I want to say extra respectful. Like, what is that? But what I'm saying is that it's noticeable. And then God may even speak to you or show you, and or you just notice certain things. And a lot of it is the way they look at you, kingdom people. They look at you. It's a look. Because they know you're to be respected. And God is saying it's the God in you. But he's saying they have to respect you. And then listen, this is what really did it. I'm pulling over, trying to get in a spot, right? You know how you be pulling in a spot, you be all crooked and stuff. I'm one of them kind of people that'll bag up and fix it and do it till I get it right. I did that. So all while I'm doing that, God starts saying to me, even your enemies have to respect you. In fact, they do respect you. They may not be showing you respect. They may not be respectful, but they respect you. Many of them do anyway. They respect you. They may not can't stand the fact that you who you are and that you doing what you do and how you move, but they respect it. Trust and believe, they respect it. And this is something that I learned years ago. People tend to respect you when they can't do with you what they're trying to do with you. Now, yes, sometimes people get completely angry and frustrated. You know, they usually do that first. Those who end up respecting you, I'm saying. Because some just, well, I don't want to go into that. Let's just stick to this. God is saying they have to respect you. And this is what's interesting. This morning, during my devotion, I can't remember what the scriptures were, but it was speaking about, I know one was in Revelation, two was in Psalm. I guess that's not helpful, huh? I'll link it. I'll put it in the description when I get a chance to. But it was, the scriptures were speaking about how God is the same always and forever. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. I just don't know exactly where they're at. God is the same always, is the same now, was, now, and forever. And it's another one that was speaking of how, what was it? I can't even think of it. But one of them was actually too, he's the beginning and the end, the Alpha and the Omega. And I'm bringing all this up to say, because God is, because he was making a point to say, he'll never change with you. He'll never change in your life. He will always be that same God that he's always been to you. He changes you, but he will always be that same God. And here's the thing. We respect God. We respect God for that. We fear God. What is fearing God? Having reverence and respect for him. That's why we do what we do. That's why we move on his command. We do what he tells us to do because we respect him. And what happens, kingdom people, is in return, God respects you. And because God respects you, he's with you. He gonna be the same with you. He gonna be the same forevermore. He's constant in your life. He's constant, period, but he's constant in your life. And because he respects you, God said they have to respect you. Even, I'm hearing even your enemies, when it's all said and done, they have to respect you. They have to respect you. And I don't know. I just had to come on. I really don't have much else around that. It was just really on me to pull over, to park, and speak on what was just really so strong and heavy on my spirit. And like I said, I've been experiencing this kind of thing a lot. But it was just something about that experience that I just had. I don't know. Because God said, tell kingdom people, they have to respect you. They do respect you. They have to respect you. And it's because God respects you. If you disrespect what God respects, you're going to have some problems. And that's why I don't care to go into this, but y'all don't know, them ones over there, that's why they have so many problems. Whether you know it or not, they do. They have a lot of problems. We know they have problems just by the fact that they're on what they're on and trying to do the things that they try to do to us. But kingdom people, that's because God respects you. Boom. God literally just gave me. They know God respects you. They know that God respects you. Kingdom people, I just had to jump on and just share what was on my spirit because God told me to. I'm going to go now. Continue with your Sunday. I pray you all have an awesome day. I just pray God's blessings upon you and your life, your family. And, again, have a blessed, prosperous day. And just remember, kingdom people, they respect you. And your enemies have to respect you. God said they respect not just your enemies. This ain't about your enemies. That we're not going to make this about the enemies. But they too respect you. They too will have to respect you. I just heard, put some respect on my name. Because a lot of them been disrespecting your name, kingdom people. They have. But, God keep respecting your name. See, that is going all the way somewhere I want to try to go. Because today, literally, God was speaking to me about certain ones that they talk a lot of garbage about you. They said they had all these false allegations. Talking all this stuff about you. Some of it was true, and or what was pointed out to me is how people like to point out your flaws. Them ones. And when God said that to me, I said they probably should focus on their flaws because we all have flaws. But someone that's constantly trying to find something wrong with you or talking about you or having something to say negative, tripping on you. God literally said this to me. It's nothing new, but he literally pointed this out to me where it concerns certain people that I know, that I know of. He said that as they keep going and as they keep talking and as they keep trying to point out this and do that. And here's the thing, Kenny people. You minding your business because I mind my business. I ain't bothering nobody. I'm gone. As far as these people that's doing all this are concerned, I'm gone. I'm nowhere in the vicinity. I don't have no dealings with these people. Don't want to, okay? But they have a lot to say. God said this. They're trying to disrespect you. They're trying to, as they say, make you look bad, and they want people to look at you in a I can't even find a word. Y'all know, the unpleasant light. And they want people to look at you outside of what you are. They want people to look at you in a bad light. Why I couldn't find that word? I don't know. That's weird. Simple. But they want people to look at you in a bad light. But a lot of that is because I have to say this, because this was really on my spirit so strong this morning. This narcissistic spirit, which is just the demonic spirits. And notice I said demonic spirits, because a narcissistic spirit has several spirits, demonic spirits, by the way. But listen, yeah, downtrodden, okay? But this was really on my spirit this morning. Like, they get mad because, see, God was pointing out to me how someone is mad as heck. I said heck. Mad because what had happened was they literally tried to take me out. They literally called themselves, this is somebody I dealt with in the past. I just leave it at that. They literally, the way things went towards the end of the situation, whatever it was, they were trying to make me chase them. I didn't do that. I was trying to work things out with them, but at some point, then I'm seeing how demonic this person was. All I knew for some time, but how you try to look past things, we have to learn better. I was thinking about that too this morning, how a lot I look past. But the thing about it is, when you're looking past stuff, when you're looking past things, the thing is this, that's kind of somewhat okay, as long as you still paying attention to what you see. Now, the issue comes in when God tell you, okay, it's time to go. and you stay. That's where your issue is at. That's just for the record. But this person did a lot of scandalous stuff to me. And I had love for this person. And it wasn't because they was all that. Let me just say that. I was kind of doing this person a favor, not trying to be like that, but kind of. You know, I'm going to say this. We were helpers one to another. But of course, they got besides themselves. Point is, when it was all said and done, they were trying to bring me down. I was moving in the things of God. I wanted to go God's way. They were caught up in the world and their ego and whatever it was, and they wanted me to stay and be a part of what they wanted, kind of to rule me. But they were doing it in a passive aggressive kind of a way. And I was aware. I was aware, kingdom people. And like I said, crazy, somewhat, still trying to work it out. I ain't gonna work something out with somebody like that. But I went through that to continue to learn their behavior, to see how this thing worked, not even knowing what it was. See, at the time when I was experiencing this several years ago, I didn't know nothing about the term narcissist. Of course, I seen the behavior, I knew what they were doing, I was aware. God was showing me a lot. And so a lot of what I was doing was learning, seeing how these demons operate. Now I know how to now I know, because I know narcissistic. I can teach on it. I can write the book about it. And not just from that person, but that person taught me a lot. The point is this. This person did everything that they could to try to destroy me. Hands down. No lie. I'm not making it up, kingdom people. Destroy me. So what had happened was, kingdom people, eventually you let go. You move on about your business. You go ahead on about your business. I said that twice. This person thought that they could just come back around. First, they thought I was going to come running back to them because they wanted me to need them. But the truth is, kingdom people, they really needed me. So what I'm getting to, and not saying it like, you know, they need me and they can't be nothing without me. I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying it for the point that I'm making. The truth is they really needed me. Because this will be happening, kingdom people. Sometimes God bring you in people's lives to be a blessing to them, to show them the way, to help them come into the light, to help them resolve their issues. Many times while you're doing the same thing yourself. But listen, kingdom people, what happens, instead of accepting that opportunity, they get jealous. They get jealous, and then they try to start destroying you because they get jealous. God brought you there to help them, to just, sometimes it's just about bringing the light is what I'm hearing. I want to say the awareness, whatever that is. Sometimes God just brings you around people to open up their eyes, to show them something different, to show them Christ, to help them. It's an opportunity. And notice I'm saying opportunity because what they do with that opportunity is they take it as an opportunity to be on crazy with you. Them demons kick in, and then their narcissism goes into action. For real. I mean, like literally. What I'm getting to here, kingdom people, is that these people are still running their mouth about somebody that ain't even there, going about their business. And what they're doing is telling on themselves. What they're doing is showing people by continuously having something to say about somebody that's gone about. And even if you saying something, you speaking your truth in some kind of a way, anybody listening with any kind of decent sense, I said decent sense, know your truth is real. But this person over here talking, running their mouth in a negative way, in a way of trying to put you down. And not just that, kingdom people, if you're speaking some truth and people are aware of it, the very thing that you're speaking, these other people see it. So what am I saying, kingdom people? These people that they're running their mouth off to you about actually respect you. They might not tell them that. They might listen. They respect you. The truth of the matter, kingdom people, is the people running their mouth and trying to cause a problem for you, they actually respect you too. They just don't know how to because they don't respect themselves. They don't love themselves. They just got a lot of stuff going on. I just heard all them demons running rampant in them. Go figure. So, kingdom people, let me wrap this up. God is saying they have to respect you. In fact, they do. And it's because of the God in you. And it's because God respects you. So be encouraged, kingdom people, in spite of all the madness you have to deal with and go through and experience, it's because you are respected. You are respected by God. So that's just part of what comes with it. But that's encouragement for when you're dealing with these kind of things. Let me just share a little something that's on my spirit. I just literally told someone this yesterday. That's what's interesting. Now, I've been doing that a lot lately. I say something, or whether I'm saying it to someone or just coming to that conclusion on my own, and somebody will come and say it. I hear somebody say it. Obviously, that's confirmation. Kingdom people, I had to share with this person yesterday how I was asked, how do you deal with this kind of stuff? You know, people acting crazy and trying to poke your buttons and do all this. I had this thing, I ain't say this to them, I don't have no buttons. Not no more. They can't find no buttons. But they'll still try to poke. And they're mad because ain't nothing phasing me. And it be all kind of stuff. People be trying to sabotage this stuff, do all kind of stuff, do all this, even spell work, black magic. The weapons prosper. I mean, the weapons form, but they don't prosper. They do little stuff, but it's like, so that's my attitude. So that's what I told this person when they said, how you navigate around all this stuff. I said, no, how you deal with it, how you navigate around it. And I told them, I said, first of all, you ignore it for the most part. She said, so you don't address nothing? I told her, that's what I do. I ignore. She said, so you don't address nothing? And I said, no, not really. But let me just say this. The difference was, I'm saying a whole lot. I'm kind of all over the place, but I got to get this out, I guess. That's what God is saying. And I'm just rolling, so I might be all over the place, but just hear me out, kingdom people. She said, you never address it. I'm not saying I don't address anything or never have, but the nonsense, I don't anymore. I had to learn it, though. And I explained to her, no, because addressing it is feeding into it. They want your energy. See, what you do when you ignore them, you're starving them. You got to starve demons out. I just heard these demons come out by fasting and prayer. You got to fast, feeding into them. You got to, I know that's not completely what that scripture entails, but I mean, it's a point I'm making here. Fast, engaging them. Fast them, period. Don't have nothing to do with it. I'm telling you, when you ignore them, you're starving them. Because what they want is your energy. They have to feed. Demons got to eat too, kind of people. And what you think they eating? Your energy, your spirit. That's what they always trying to sift from you. Because you got the goods. I keep telling y'all got that juice. So that's why they on your heels like that. But going back to what I was saying, what do? Ignore them. How do you navigate around them? Don't. But for real, do. In other words, know they there. Let them do what they do. As long as you know what they are, who they are, what their attempts are, what they're trying to do, what difference do it make? Let them be over there doing what they doing. Yes, you're aware, but so stay focused. That's where that term distraction comes in at. When the enemy trying to distract, trying to throw you off your path. You don't have to let them distract you. Let me be nice. Let them, I still want to say clowns. Let them be what they are. Let them do what they do. Ignore them. Starve them out. And here's the thing, kingdom people. That's how you keep your peace. When you engage these devils, it feels off. Part of their whole intent is to throw you off. The devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. How you think he doing it? He got to get you engaged. That he's trying to steal, kill, and destroy your peace. He's trying to steal, kill, whatever he can. He's just trying to kill, steal, and destroy you. And he will use every avenue. It doesn't matter. Of course, he's going to use the people that he used. But let me get back to what I'm saying. I had to explain to her. Now, here's the thing. People don't come directly at me and be talking crazy. They play games around me. You know, they do little stuff to try to lure me in. Like one experience, I was thinking about this and I had to laugh about it. The people that like to make a lot of noise. And I say, to lure me in, I say, who responds to that? Is that normal for people to respond to it because you making noise? I'm supposed to come run and see? As I just said that, I heard actually people do. Because people are nosy and want to see what's going on. Well, here's the point that I'm making here is when they doing that, I know what they're doing. So I ignore them. And I'm just using that as an example. But what I'm getting to is this. You ignore devils. You ignore them. Now what they gonna do is get mad. They're gonna get mad. They're gonna get angry. Why, kingdom people? Because they're looking for a certain reaction and result that they're not getting. Of course, they're gonna get angry. But again, what you're really doing is starving them out. Now, what I really want to speak on was this. I was speaking to this young lady and I was talking to her about inner resolve. Like I said, they talk all kind of stuff to her that don't work with me. People don't even come directly at me like that. They're indirect with what they're doing. But that's because I have a lot of inner resolve. So what we came to conclude for this person, and this obviously was a client, well, not obviously, but that they need to get their inner resolve. Because what happens when you have inner resolve, kingdom people? In other words, you know what you know who you are, you know God is with you, you just know, you sure, you confident, and it's not I just heard you're built on solid ground. Your foundation is strong and is sturdy in God, in Christ Jesus. Ain't nothing nobody can do with that. But when you have that, and I'll call it again inner resolve, when you have that, listen, it don't matter what them people doing. You don't care. Your attitude is so. Even when they're trying to pick fun at you, talk down, because like I was explaining, all they're trying to do is break your spirit. Why do a person try to break your spirit? Because your spirit is bomb. Your spirit is boss. You have the spirit of God. So they want to try to break that. Anytime somebody's trying to break that, listen, you don't try to break nothing unless it's fixed. And I'm not saying we're perfect, but they see something in us. It's the God in you, kingdom people. They want to break that. Point is, how you navigate around them? How you deal with that? Know what you know what they own, and when they trying to do what they do, so what? Just so. They can do what all they want to do. It don't have to bother you and it got to phase you. Going back to the fact, you know why they doing what they doing. It's because you boss. You get the juice. I was thinking about this morning. The devil is doing what the devil do. For us who, shouldn't say us, but I'm going to go ahead and be amongst you. Since we all kingdom people. But when we're whining, devil, I'm not saying it's pleasant, but he doing what he's supposed to do. You think he gonna leave you alone? So what you got to do? You got to have that inner resolve. And like I was asked, how do you navigate? You navigate your own life. All you really doing, you ignoring them and navigating around them to get the kingdom work done, or whatever your assignment, whatever your task is, whatever. Don't pay them no attention. See, but don't see. No, but whatever. You got to stay focused. The only reason why they over there doing all that is because you're doing something worthwhile. Remember that they don't want you to get to where you're going. It's a disturbing truth, but a truth nonetheless. And that's always an indication that they're not going anywhere, and or where they are, or whatever their disposition is, they're not really content with it. Because if they were, they wouldn't be trying to obstruct your pathway, or obstruct they wouldn't be bothering you, kingdom people. We don't bother people. We mind our business and do what thus said the Lord. And if you're not doing that, you're working on it, because you wouldn't be here if you was, unless you're just a stalker. But whatever, them ones be here too, it's no news to me, which is part of, I ain't gonna go into that, because I'm not gonna make this personal. No attention is retention. Oh, rejection is protection. Listen, you saying something. Because sometimes we have to reject them and that mess. And that's our protection. Thanks for saying that, sir. Thank you. But kingdom people, listen. They have to respect you. That's what I'm getting to. They have to respect you. And they do. And even when they coming at you, it's because they respect you. They are haters of God, but they respect. I know it's hard to understand they respect you. Yeah, they do. They really deep down, they just hate you with a passion. I'm sorry to use the word hate, but that's what I'm hearing. Because they hate themselves with a passion. And you represent to them everything that they're not. Not that they can't be, but that's a whole nother discussion that we're not finna do today. Kingdom people, listen. Walk in your inner resolve. Walk in the knowing of who you are in Christ Jesus. Walk in the knowing that you are kingdom people and nothing by no means shall harm you. Whoa. Whoa. That's in correlation to come on, help me somebody. You have the authority to trample and tread over serpents and scorpions' head, and that nothing by no means will harm you. You see how that just came to me. You see how I said walk in your inner resolve? That's your authority in Christ. That's you treading, because you know who you are. You walk in your authority. So what they doing? Thank you. Psalm 91. Thank y'all. Y'all know I don't be knowing what stuff be at. Sometimes I be mixing them up. But I know what I'm talking about. And I know what it means for the most part of what God is giving me. Because I don't know everything now. But kingdom people, you have to walk in that inner resolve. You already doing that, God is saying to me, because that's why they respect you. Listen, I be chilling. Kingdom people, let me just tell y'all a quick little story. I be chilling. I'm so chill. I just be walking real chill and slow. And God was talking to me about how people think I'm humble. And I am. I shouldn't have laughed. People think I'm humble, but what he was saying is they think because you humble, you know how people be trying to do little stuff to. But it's funny because my response or lack of response is showing different. But this the funny part, kingdom people. I have not always walked in a chill way that I have. In fact, I just slowed down. And what I mean by that, I used to walk real fast and real hard. And I would wear myself out in my feet. And when I would have a little more weight on me than other times, wear myself out. But it was a thing, yeah, you can't touch this. Yes. So yeah, listen. God had to literally slow me down. And I went through this process of chill, relax. I'm still going through that, by the way. God is calming me. I'm hearing enter into his rest. See, God wants us to be about our business, but he wants us to be relaxed and do it in a relaxed, chill manner. I like this chill so much better. Even going out about my business, I would always used to be in a rush, going in the store, hurry, feel like I had to speed, walk through stores and hurry up and get stuff. Just period. That's how I was. Even in my work, things that I do when I be cooking, it's like, what is the rush? Slow down. I'm hearing too, that's the same way with this mission God got us on. Kingdom people, sometimes we got to be careful. Slow down. Yeah, keep your pace. Stay in the race. And when I say race, not against nobody else, just running your own race, doing what God is having you to do. But sometimes it's that thing too, how we can go through, when God, when is it going to happen? What he been saying. It's a whole lot of reasons that could be why, because a lot of times it be the inner work, but a lot of it is what I'm getting to is to say, what difference do it make? If he said it's going to happen, listen, when the time is right, he, the Lord, will make it happen for you. When he say that the time is right, because sometimes, well, not sometimes, God always know when the time, he know what he doing. He the man with the plan, the master plan. You just got to trust that he know what he knowing he doing what he doing. You focused on what you supposed to be doing. Whatever that is. It ain't just about yes, it is about doing the work that he set for you to do. But make sure that's why I always emphasize, let the Holy Spirit lead you. Let him show you things. Let him, we got to be careful of having to be, trying to be, not that none of you are doing this, kingdom people, but we can do this. Be so, now that you just know it, but God is still teaching. So we have to be careful that we still hearing from him. And I'm hearing, come to him as a little child. You know what I'm saying? We have to come, we have to handle God or deal with God or let him deal with us as we a little child so we can still be teachable. But what I really want to say, because I'm trying to do 20 messages. Let me stick. Okay. What was I saying, kingdom people? Somebody help me out. Your girl over here tripping. But it's just so much that I'm getting. And slowing down. When God win, when God say. When God say, that's when. You just do what you need to do. Sometimes you ain't even ready to receive what God has for you. Let me tell you, I'm just going to share a little something. I don't share a whole lot. Well, I do share a whole lot. But certain things I don't share for protection reasons. You know, to protect myself. But listen, God put me, he dropped something on my spirit. It was heavy. You know, it has to do with the blessings. Something that's happening that he's doing. Listen, it scared me. Y'all ever heard of how many times you afraid of your own success? You afraid of your own greatness? I'm not saying I'm afraid. I think at one point in time in my life, I was. But I ain't afraid no more. But when God dropped this on me, and some of y'all know what I'm talking about, whoa, it was so big. It did scare me. I'm like, whoa. So I'm like, whoa. And I had to like bag up, not bag up from what he was saying, but like, because it was big. I'm hearing, and it's gonna be big. God's about to blow your mind. God's gonna open up the windows of heaven, pour you out a blessing. You won't have room to contain it, won't even try to explain it, but it's gonna be big. God's about to blow your mind. That's what I'm talking about. It was big like that. It was like, in the way he just spoke it to me and it hit my spirit, I felt it. It's one of them things where you feel it like it's already done. It do be already done, by the way, but I felt it and it scared me. It scared me. So I'm saying all that to say sometimes you ain't ready. And that doesn't mean when it spook trip you out like that don't mean you ain't ready. I just literally heard that's God saying, get ready. Because he about to do it. He already doing it. And the reason why he doing it, kingdom people, because you keep going. You keep pressing. You doing the work. You're learning. You're growing. I always say this. I want to say this real fast before I go. I earlier said how, you know, I look past a lot. God had to tell me, because for years, like, I seen this. I knew that. I seen that. But you look past it because you're just going on with your life. God said this. Yeah, but you were learning. But again, like I said, where you go wrong at is if God allowed you to see this and see that and go through this and, you know, this wasn't cool, but you still kind of just look past and whatever, but you're taking note. By the time God say, okay, run some stuff down to you and say you need to move around, you do it because it's time. Because God is saying now, okay, it's time to move around. Again, the problem comes in when you don't act. And when you don't act and do what God is telling you to do, whether it be leaving something or going to do something or whatever it is, when you're not doing what God is telling you to do, when you're not being obedient, let me tell you something, and I'm getting ready to go with this one. You can block your blessings. Whatever it is God is trying to get to you, sometimes God is promising, God is telling you, you knowing, but you not doing a part that you need to do. You have to listen to what God is telling you to do, because a lot of these things are not attached to where you're going and what you're doing, what God is doing with you. So he'll allow you to learn these things. He'll allow you to be around these people, because again, it's part of your life. It's part of your growing, a part of your process. But when he say, you know, it's time to remove yourself, it's time to sever ties, whatever it is, whoever it is, you have to do it. And I'm saying all that too to say, because sometimes that is the situation for some people that's like, when, God, when? And he'll still let it brew in your spirit and in your heart because he still want to bless you with it. He ain't changed his mind, but you have to be obedient. So just be encouraged and continue to do what it is God is telling you to do. And know listen, what he say, whatever he say he would do, he is faithful to bring it to pass. Something like that. But that's what it is. He's faithful to do just what he said he gonna do. His word will not come back to him void. You just make sure you're doing your part. But again, kingdom people, they have to respect you. They do respect you. And I just literally heard, and that's why. Because you keeping on. You keeping on, moving on. And somebody dropped this on me this morning, someone I was listening to on here, and it blew my mind. This person said, I'm going off into something else, but I just got to let the Holy Spirit lead me. They said this. The reason why, and they were talking about your family in particular, but this don't only have to apply to your family, but in this case, she was talking about your family. When your family, and some of y'all probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all probably seen it too. When your family keeps sending all these evil spirits in your direction, she said, the reason why they keep doing it is because none of it is work. Before she said it, I already knew I said it because it's not working. I don't have to keep starting my car unless it ain't starting. Why would I keep pushing and pushing my button to start the car if it already started? The only reason why, when you see people out trying to start their car and it won't start, why they keep trying it? Why they keep turning it? Why they keep trying it again? Because it ain't working. It ain't starting. Same thing. The reason why people keep trying, they keep attacking, they keep throwing stuff at you, and what she was speaking on, why they keep throwing this stuff at you, is because it's not working. It's not sticking. She said those spirits are not attaching to you. Here's what it is. They're attached to them. People have these spirits not only attached to them, they are part of them. It's who they are. And that's part of why people come at you, because you're something else. It's the God in you, kingdom people. You're not that. Furthermore, she didn't say this part. Maybe she did. I don't know. But I'm saying this. Furthermore, she kind of did say this. They won't attach to you and it won't work, but because it ain't for it to work on you. I like to call it, you're not a match for it. You're not even a match for these spirits that these people are trying to send out at you. It's the God in you. God respects you. God put mad respect on your name, on you. So when they're trying to throw this stuff at you and do all this, you're not a match for it. That's why it don't work. But they are a match, unfortunately. That's why they have these spirits, because they're a match for it. For whatever reasons. Not going to go into all that. But the point here, kingdom people, is that it is the God in you. And those people too, I can't even talk. They have respect for you. They have a hard time respecting you. They probably wouldn't let you know, but you ain't the one. You ain't the one. Listen, I learned this years ago. When you're the one that, even I just heard, when you're the one that got away, they respect you. They might try to, because I got one right now, a couple that's steadily going. I'm like, who does that? And this is the thing, kingdom people out there, they did all this craziness towards you. And then they try to do these spells to try to get you to come back. And you be like, what? Come back to all the craziness. And I was literally thinking about this, how unstable I was with a certain person. I say that. And I realized it's because I was with them. And what was real tripped out is they would go off telling people that she unstable. And I was. But it was because of them. Because when I got away from them, I started recovering. It took me a minute, but I started recovering. I can remember this person even showing me a message my son had sent them saying, I'm sorry for, all this is on me this morning. I'm sorry about what you had to go through with my mom and her mental, being unstable. And when he sent that, he kind of had mentioned this to me before. He was in a tripped out place and had, was tripping towards me, had a little moment of that. But the person that sent it to me was during a time of when I didn't want to have nothing to do with him. So that was their way of hitting me and trying to tear up a relationship between myself and my son. And it tripped me out because I'm like, that showed me more of what this person was. So it was a lot. And this is the thing, when a person think you want to come back to that trips me out, want you to come back, because they realize, which is what I was kind of saying earlier, when a person did everything they can to destroy you, and not only did you not run to destroy you, to get you to chase after them, think you're gonna need them and trying to make you fall, all that. And even if you have a little calamity going on in your life, and you have a little bump in the road, because that's just part of life, because you have the inner resolve, you get up, or you ain't have to get up because you wasn't down. Sometimes I be like, I wasn't down, I was in transition. That's part of the process. That's part of life. I heard progression. That's progression. But unfortunately, people think if you're going through a tough time, that means life is supposed to be over for you. Lies. Because the truth of the matter, anything that has done, anybody that has done anything worthwhile, great, anything, they had tough times. They had bumps in the road. Who hasn't? But they wanted that to be the end for you. But your inner resolve and that God in you said not so. That God in you know that there's something more out there for you, and you're going to keep on going until you get it. So, kingdom people, they get mad at that. They get mad at that because now they realize, like I just heard again, you the one that got away. Now they mad. They want to be a part of that. The very thing that they were trying to destroy. I just heard you. They want to be part of you. And the reason why they started trying to destroy you in the first place, because they were jealous of you. They wanted to be you. They wanted to be more than you. Like I said, opportunity to help them grow, help bring them into the fullness of who God created them to be. But instead, jealousy kicked in and took over. I just heard Satan enter Judas. Satan was already there. Those demons was, but then here comes Satan going to aggravate them. I just heard, no, you aggravated them. The Spirit of God in you, your tenacity, your consistency, your persistence, your perseverance. They be mad at that. But they respect it, kingdom people. They respect it. That's why they want to be it. These people want to be what they see in you. I'm reminded again of this person when I was dealing with them. God was just really showing it to me. Nothing new, but God was speaking to me about it. And he was just making it real clear, showing me different times and how what was happening was this person was trying to take who I was. I call it trading places. I've been calling it this for years. But God had to show me that this person, I've seen it with other people, but he had to show me so clear, this is what this person was doing with me. They were trying to take my spirit. People feed off you. They like to be around you because you got it. It's the God in you, kingdom people. So they're trying to take it from you. And they do, if you're around somebody, they're going to benefit off of being in your presence. And that presence of God flowing through you. They're going to benefit from it. And sometimes if you're around someone, they can actually prosper because you're around. But what they're also doing in this case is trying to give you their mess. Give you all their mess. You take my mess and give me what you are. Trading places. So when you move around these kind of people, because God has showed you, and they done showed you too, because people show you, they just act all kind of fools and think you just gonna keep going with them. Narcissists think you just supposed to stay. I'm not saying sometimes people don't stay for a long time until they get it, realize, what am I doing? And then I just heard sometimes it be, no, this nigga gonna kill you. And that don't always mean physically. And that goes for women too. Women can do it too. Women kill a nigga too. Because we got plenty of narcissist women. Plenty. I've discovered it. Anyway, kingdom people, listen. When it's time to go, that's when all you thought you seen they demons before. It can be scary. When God be showing me certain stuff, I be like, oh my God, that's deep. But because you get away, because you don't want no parts or whatever, because they messed up. They messed up with you. You was right there. That's a trip when you right there with somebody. You right there. Y'all could have been cool. Y'all could have been friends. Y'all could have had a good relationship. Y'all could have been married. Y'all could have whatever. And they just crazy because them things. They won't deal with them and cast them out and get free themselves. But that's what you're doing. That's why they like to hang on you. But again, kingdom people, they want it. They trying to extract who you are from you and take it for you. And simultaneously throwing off their stuff on you. I got a whole story on that just literally just popped into my head. A couple of them actually. But God was just brought something to my attention again the other day. Because this is what's happening out here in these spiritual streets, kingdom people. That's what I'm getting to. You the one that got away. But at the same time, kingdom people, they respect you. Because of the God in you. It's the God in you. God respects you. They have to respect you. Y'all think, yeah, we know that people, they haters of God. We know that they not doing God's will. But I would want to say, but really they respect God. And I'm just hearing this. Every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess that Jesus is Lord. Period. Period. When it's all said and done, ain't no, all this craziness can be going on right now. They can be coming against the people of God. They could be coming against God himself. Well, really, when they come against you, that's what they're doing. But kingdom people, it don't matter. When it's all said and done, respect. And I'm reminded of, is it Ezekiel? I know in Ezekiel. Is it Daniel? A few of them books in the New Testament. All throughout the book, he either say, I am the Lord your God. And there's a couple I know that he keeps saying too, the Lord your God has spoken. When it's all said and done, he's God. He's going to get his respect. And he's saying it's the same with you. But anyway, kingdom people, let me wrap this up. I'm just going on and on to not have planned this. But kingdom people, listen. They respect you. And you're going to experience a lot of people just being respectful. I'm talking about decent people. Or just people. Because a lot of times, it's like I just said, I'm going to Starbucks. I be in the stores. I don't know these people. I don't know what kind of people they are. Now, yes, if I need to tune in to pick up on their spirit for a reason, if I'm doing more with them than just, passing by or whatever, a small interaction, then that's different. And sometimes you still pick up on it. But I ain't walking around trying to do that. I just try to go about my business and just beware. Anyway, point is, you coming across people that want to just respect. They respect you. They see it in you. I just heard they know who you are. They see the God in you. And it's a very respectful thing. And I'm going to tell you part of why. These people, I'm not going to say these people. People are lost and or are trying to find their way. They're trying, and like I said, everybody is not out here horrible and just being an enemy to you. Some people are really trying to find truth. They're trying to find their way. They're trying, they really out here trying. They may have not necessarily come into truth, or maybe they've come into some truth. I don't know. But it's people sincerely out here want to do better with their lives. They're trying to get understanding. They're wanting to be good people. They want to be decent people. And this is the thing, kingdom people, when they come across you, they see the God in you. And that's why it is important how you carry yourself, how you handle yourself. I just heard they would know you about how you love one another. And then you could be out by yourself and just doing your own thing, but they will know you about how you come across, how you're handling yourself. They will know you about your fruit. And I just heard this ain't nothing you can fake and shake. Because, them ones be out here faking. But let me tell you something about them ones that be out here faking and shaking. They eventually are seen because they expose themselves. Because you're going to keep me and you. You're going to keep me and you. Even if you're wearing a mask, the mask going to fall off 100 times. And once that mask fell down, sometimes they try to put it back on. They be like, look, I got my mask right here. They be like this. No, they be trying to cover up their whole face. Just leave their eyes open. Like that. But for real, people, that mask will fall down a million times. They'll keep trying to put it on like you ain't see. You can't see who they are. Anyway, kingdom people, they respect you, though. They respect you. And they want that respect. They want that. Because you're respected. They know God respects you. They see the God in you. They want that. They come at you like that because they want what you have. That respect. Which means what? They respect it, even though they're not being respectful, which is why they cause themselves more problems than a little bit. But they respect you nonetheless. And God is saying they have to respect you. They have to respect you. They have to respect you. And this is why, kingdom people, it is the God in you. So, kingdom people, listen. I'm going to head on up out of here. Like I said, I wasn't planning on, I wasn't, listen, I'm in my relax at home attire. Because that's what I was doing. And I had to run out to get some coffee. Kingdom people, I love you all so very much. I really appreciate you all being here. I hope that this message blessed you, that you got something out of it. Because God had me pulled over just for you, kingdom people. And I know I was rambling, but y'all know I be doing that sometimes. It just be so much. Kingdom people, God bless you all. I pray that you all have a blessed day. Seems like I already did this. Was I getting ready to leave y'all? And I didn't want to go right now. So I stayed to hold y'all down. There go my car. I know y'all like, what? You in your car? I ain't even going to say the name of it. Because then one of them going to be trying to go out there and get my car. Kingdom people, I love y'all. I will talk to y'all later. And I will see y'all in my next video or whatever it is I do. Have a blessed day. And I am out. Peace.